There's really three big skills that consistent super communicators seem to do. The first is this looking for clues about what kind of conversation are we having, and just asking yourself. And once you start asking yourself, it becomes really easy. Is this emotional? Is this practical? Is this social? But one of the ways to figure that out, and this is the second skill, is to ask more questions. The super communicators tend to ask 10 to 20 times as many questions as the average person.
I was like, 10,
yeah,
it's not 10 or 20 more. It's 10 or 20 times more.
Right. And the thing is, you hardly even notice it because some of the questions are things like, oh, what'd you think about that? Or like, oh, that's interesting. What'd you say next? But some of the questions are special kinds of questions that are known within psychology as deep questions. And a deep question is something that asks me about my values or my beliefs or my experiences. And this is the skill, is asking deep questions. Yeah. Because it can seem intimidating to do that, but it's as simple as like, if you meet someone who's a doctor, instead of saying, oh, where do you practice medicine? Asking them instead, oh, what made you decide to go to medical school? Right? Or what do you like about being a doctor? Those don't seem like overly personal questions, but they're deep questions because what they do is they invite the other person to tell you, oh, like I actually became a doctor because I saw my dad get sick when I was a kid. Right. And now we're like talking about real stuff. And I can say, oh, that's interesting. I became a lawyer because I saw my uncle get arrested. Like now we're having a real conversation. Now we're sharing about ourselves. And so super communicators, one of the skills that they cultivate is they look for opportunities to ask these deeper questions that invites someone, but doesn't mandate, but invites them to talk about their values or their beliefs or their experiences. And then they reciprocate, either by asking more questions or by sharing something about themselves, but they show that they're engaged.